Who's ready to save some money on rock chips in your windshield? I'll tell you what, I am, and I'm pulling up to Ace Hardware. We're gonna go in and grab a Permatex rock chip repair kit, and I am gonna fix a rock chip in my Jeep windshield. So I'll check back in with you once I have the kit in the garage. All right, guys, so I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what I'm using here, what's in the kit, and then I'm gonna jump over to the windshield and we'll give it a go. So again, this is a Permatex windshield repair kit. I bought this at Ace Hardware for about $15, I think, so definitely a little bit cheaper than your average trip to the glass shop. In the kit, you're gonna find a couple different things. It has a plunger here. That's gonna be the applicator, what we use to put the epoxy into the crack to seal it, or the chip, I mean. Of course, you got your resin, the epoxy, an applicator, and then they give you a couple different things like a prep pad and some alignment tools and a razor blade just to kind of help you get ready for the setup. So we're gonna go over to the Jeep. We'll give this a go and see how it works. All right, I'll meet you over there. All right, guys, so for starters, I'm gonna take a microfiber cloth and I'm just gonna kind of clean around that chip. The chip is right there if you can see it. And then actually I'm gonna take this cloth and pinch it underneath the windshield wiper here. And I'm just doing that in case, you know, I get some epoxy or resin that starts to drip. I want to make sure I keep that off the paint and off the body of the Jeep. The instructions say to use the push pin to clear out any remaining glass that might be in that. There's not in here, so I don't really need this for this job, but you might for others. So the next thing I'm going to do here is they give you a little alcohol prep pad. So I'm just going to use that to make sure the surface is super clean. Rub it around there, make sure I got all the dirt and grime out of there. And then I'm going to take another microfiber cloth and just dry that off. Again, just prepping the surface to make sure it's super clean. So now that we've got that clean, the next thing we're going to do is take this little round guy with the hole in the center. We're going to peel off the adhesive backing on this, and then I'm going to make sure that I place it directly over the center of this crack. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. That's about right. So right there. And then you want to make sure that you leave that. There's a tab on the end of this. I'm just going to bend that up so that it's easy to remove after this. Just make sure that that's nice and tight and sealed on there. Okay. So next step in the process here, I actually just took off the adhesive back. It's double-sided, so I just took that off here. And now I'm going to apply this so that I have the holes centered there. It's just centered, just like that. Okay, there we go. All right, so now that we've got that done, I'm going to actually take the resin, and I've taken the cap off. I'm going to put that directly into that fitting. I'm just going to do one more check to make sure this is all nice and tight. I'm going to make sure that my towel's down here in case I screw it up. And now I'm just going to press gently. And I'm going to make sure that I get as much of that resin down into that funnel. Let's give it one more good squeeze. Okay, got a good amount in there. Now carefully I'm going to just make sure I don't drop any of that on my paint. I'm going to go put it over on the table. The next step here is they actually say we're going to take the plunger. I'm going to put the plunger fit this into that hole, get it nice and tight, just like that. All right, and now I'm going to actually pull up on this right there, and then I'm actually going to go one more. There's a little notch there, it'll catch on the clip. Oop. There we go. It's caught on that clip. Okay, and so that's basically created a vacuum there, make sure any air and stuff's out. And I'm going to let this assembly sit and dry for about 10 minutes. So we'll let that sit. I'll come back to you in the future. All right, guys, so it's been 10 minutes. The next thing we're going to do is it tells you to take the plunger out carefully. All right, that's going to let air back in there. Now we're going to push the plunger back in. Okay, and after we've pushed the plunger back in, I'm going to rotate this so that it can slide back down reintroducing air into that, and then it's going to catch on that next indent. So now after we've done this, we will let it sit again for about 20 minutes. Now that this has been sitting for 20 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the plunger. Okay? The plunger we're done with, and now we can also remove this right here. So I'm going to put the plunger back real quick, and now we're going to use the razor blade just to kind of help us get this piece off. So we got a little tab there. We're just going to kind of wiggle this. And I'm not going to make you guys watch this because this is going to be boring. I'm going to go slow here and just work this off. But I'll cut back once we get this piece off and into the next step. So I cleaned the rest of that up. Definitely keep a cloth handy. You are going to have a lot of extra resin kind of come out as you take that off. So I just kind of work slowly while cleaning up the resin that came down here with this cloth. And really it looks great. It filled in really nicely. It's very flat. The instructions actually tell you to add one more drop into the chip and put a curing strip over it. But this is so smooth, there's really not any more indent to put any resin in. So I'm just gonna leave it like that and pull it out into the driveway. So I'll pull the Jeep out, it'll cure in the sunlight for another 30 minutes or so, and then we should be good to go. It's hard to see on the camera, so I'm gonna zoom in here in a second, but it did do a really nice job. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you a close-up shot of this. It's really hard to see because the resin actually did a very nice job of filling this in. So I'm just gonna point it out here. We'll see if it shows up on the camera, but like I say, it's difficult. Overall, I'd say for $15, you might as well give it a shot. We'll see how long it lasts, and I'll give you an update if it doesn't work out. But as of right now, very impressed. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.